Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shul Arindasari from PBIB. In this video, I would like to present my proposal entitled "Is the correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability on second year students in the major of English Education Department?" This research will use quantitative method. First, I will explain about background. Speaking is one of the important skills that we use to communicate and understand in every activity with others. The skill is one of the productive skills. Speaking has big contribution to share and to get the information. Next, emotional quotient concern the process of one's appraisal of his or another's emotion, expression, feelings appropriately, processing and emotional information, and regulation of emotional to make the life better, according to Kennedy and Katabi 2014. The difficulties of learning English are not only about the low intelligence quotient or IQ. Marzuki, Mustafa, and Saad 2015 states the emotional quotient was an important element to determine students' speaking skills and competencies in communication and information technology. Based on the statement, the researcher refers to research significance correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability. In this research, researchers focus on 2 points. They are emotional quotient and speaking ability. Research problem. Based on the background above, the researcher takes the research problem are: 1. Is there any significant correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability on second-year students in the major of English Education Department? 2. To what extent is there significant correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability on second-year students in the major of English Education Department? Research objective. The aims of this research are to find out whether there is any significant correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability on second-year students in the major of English Education Department. And next, to find out the extent to which the significant correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability on second-year students in the major of English Education Department. Research significance. There are 3 research significance: for students, for lecturer, and for next researcher. Okay, I will explain one by one. Students. The researcher expects the students can find out the correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability, and they can use it. Speaking activity students have to improve their emotional quotient if they want to be successful in speaking class. Lecture. The researcher expects the lecturer can use the research of this research to help students find out the correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability. Furthermore, they give the treatments to their students based on the research of the research. Next, researcher. The researcher expects that next researcher can use this research as a reference for their research related to correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability. Research scope. The researcher will use intensive speaking, especially read aloud tasks. The researcher will focus on 7 aspects of emotional quotient based on USUP 2010. The researcher will concern on second-year students in the major of English Education Department. Operational definition of terms. Speaking is this research is tends to know the student's process in correction, meaning that is reflected in read aloud tasks and intensive speaking. Read aloud tasks are responded strategically by selecting a passage in compressed text packs and by recording the text output. Researchers use read aloud tasks that aim to associate an idea as a speaking activity. Read aloud tasks are scored by 2 aspects, especially pronunciation and fluency. Pronunciation means that students have the correct pronunciation of word. Fluency is students have continue in speaking activity. To emotional quotient. Emotional quotient defines the intelligence and scholarly emotion when students learn and speaking in class. If students can manage their emotional quotient, so they can be successful speaking in class. Researchers use 7 components in emotional quotient. There are emotional control, emotional maturity, emotional conscientiousness, emotional awareness, emotional commitment, emotional fortitude, and emotional expression. Emotional control is the ability of students self-control. Literature review. Related research findings. Some of studies have performance by researchers related to correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability. Some of them are mentioned with their reports as follows. 1. Cornias in 2018 states that there is a positive correlation between emotional quotient, self-confidence, and speaking ability on the 8th grade students of junior high school to Gambang Kromong, Kebumen. From the result of the study, the implication can be taken as that enhancing students' emotional quotient and self-confidence help to be enhance their speaking ability. 2. Bora 2012 states the correlation between emotional intelligence and students' perception towards speaking in class. The result demonstrated that students with high level of emotional quotient were more eager to enter speaking class brain-based activities. 3. Ausar Rahim 2013 studied on the emotional intelligence and speaking skill. They investigate the relationship among critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and speaking abilities of trained EFL learners. The result of their study observed the emotional intelligence followed by critical thinking correlation with speaking ability. Next, Najib Ahmad Marzuki 2016 has shown there is a relationship between emotional intelligence with English speaking competence in terms of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And then Nadine and Nasuke OBK 2012 focused on the relation between emotional intelligence and students' academic achievement. In this research, the researcher will focus on the correlation between emotional quotient and speaking ability. Pertinent ideas. Speaking an individual can express feeling or something. Brown 2001 point out that speaking is a productive skill that can be observed directly and empirically from the some theories of speaking. We can define that speaking ability is the student's capability of speech or increase in speaking or talking. The function of speaking ability are to express an idea, written, thought, and needs orally. Characteristic of successful speaking are learners talk a lot, participation is even, motivation is high, and language on acceptable level. Types of speaking. There are 5 types of speaking, namely imitative, intensive, responsive, interactive, and intensive. Well, I will explain one by one. Imitative. Imitative speaking is an ability to simply imitate a word or phrase or possible sentence while this purely cognitive level of oral production. A number of prosodic, lexical, and grammatical properties of language might be included in the criterion performance. Intensive, the production of short structure of oral language designed in demonstrate competence in narrow band of grammatical, phrase, lexical, or phonological relationship. Responsive. Responsive includes interaction and test comprehension, but at the somewhat limited level of very short conversation, standard greeting, and small greeting, simple requests, and comments. This is a kind of short replies to teacher or students, limited question or comment. Given instruction and interaction, those replies are usually sufficient and meaningful. Interactive. The difference between interactive and responsive speaking is the length and complexity of the interaction, which sometimes includes multiple exchanges or multiple participants. Extensive. Extensive oral production tasks include speech oral representation and storytelling, during which the opportunity for oral interaction from listener is either highly limited or ruled out altogether. Theoretical framework. The researcher focused on intensive speaking, namely read aloud tasks. According to Brown 2004, said that one of the kinds of intensive speaking is read aloud tasks. There are two aspects of intensive speaking assessment, such as fluency and pronunciation. Emotional control, emotional maturity, emotional consciousness, emotional awareness, emotional commitment, emotional fortitude, and emotional expression, according to Yusuf 2010. Research method, namely population and sample. The population of this research are 101 students from second year of English education major, and the sample of this research are 13 students from PBIA and PBIB. And then this research will use quantitative approach with correlation research design. Research instrument text and questionnaire. The text that will be given by the researcher is read aloud text with the text from long multiple text, and then about questionnaire, the researcher will use University Science Malaysia National Question Inventory, USMAD, Yusuf 2010. Next, data collection procedure. There are several data collection procedures. 1. The researcher will prepare the text and questionnaire. 2. The researcher will gather information from chairperson of English education. 3. The researcher will try to make interaction with the text takers and mention about the text and questionnaire. 4. Researcher will distribute the text and questionnaire. 5. The researcher will collect the text taken recording and questionnaire. 6. In the final step, the researcher will account and analysis the text and questionnaire. And the last, I will explain data analysis technique. There are several data analysis techniques, namely scoring and classify the student's speaking ability. Next, calculating the right percentage of the student speaking score. 3. Know the mean score of student speaking ability. 4. To get the score of mosaic, the researcher classify each domain and count the total of score each domain. 5. The global score of emotional quotient will be obtained by sum of the total score of each domain with Feikin index. 6. Put in the category based on the interval score. 7. Calculate interpret the coefficient correlation between emotional quotient and student speaking ability. That's all from my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.